Digital photography, composition. We're going to take a look at our objectives is to be able to shoot photos by moving in closer to the subject. When we move closer, composition is all about organization. So in every photo, we need to eliminate extraneous details. We want the viewer to see exactly what should draw their attention, and we want to fill the frame with the subject matter that we want them to see. So here we have this coyote sitting there on the landscape. Now, what is the main star of the show? It's the coyote. It's not the grass, it's not the rocks, it's not the trees, it's not the sky, but all that is competing for interest in the photo. So if we move our rear end closer to the image and take a photo, we now see the coyote in all its glory. So it's not distracting all that other stuff anymore. So we physically want to move closer to the subject matter if it's safely possible. So here we have an example of a little girl and a dog. Now the whole background is not what we're interested in. We're interested in the little girl and the dog. So we need to move our rear end closer to the little girl, walk closer with the camera, get our butt closer up to the objects we want to see, which is the girl and the dog. We don't want all that background stuff distracting our eye. Here's an example. We have a girl on the left. It's a good photo, but it could be better because we're really interested in seeing the girl, not the street lights, not the street, not the buildings. So when we move our rear end closer and move the camera so it picks up more detail, the eye likes detail and it wants to see the detail. That's what makes images, photos pop, is detail. Here's another example. Picture of a woman against the wall. It's not bad, but if we move in closer, notice how we have a lot of detail down here in this wall and in her face. It really pops. It stands out. It makes the image look dynamic. As before, we were competing with all the background noise down the left side. Now we need to move in closer. It's too far away. There's not enough detail to capture the eye. So we get it just right. It works well. But you can go too far. You can zoom in too far, and then the eye gets too distracted into your own personal space, if you will. So you want to move in close, but you got to get the right amount of the subject matter to fill the screen. If it overfills the screen, it's too close. Here's another example. In this case, the tires are not really the real subject of the show. It's the woman. So we move in a little closer in image 2, and we can see that she's now filling the frame with what we want to see, which is the woman. But if we go too far, now we've gone too much, and it's distracting to the eye because the real subject of the show, the woman, is not being seen right now. We've zoomed in too far. So you can be too far away, and it's possibly to be too close. But in my experience, beginning photography students are far too far away from their subject matter. You need to physically move closer to your subject matter and take the picture. So my general rules, the first rule of thumb is move closer to your subject matter. Now, we have to understand there are certain cases in which safety is an issue. If it was a rattlesnake, you're not going to move too close, in which you're going to put yourself in danger. However, most of the time, you want to see that subject matter fill the screen, and that usually works the best when they can fill the screen of whatever your subject matter is.